Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Jennifer and we are going to do a Flosstube video today. I hope everybody is having a good week. It is Friday, happy Friday, and yeah, I don't remember which number Flosstube this is, so bear with me. It has been one of these where it's like I feel like I have just totally I'm in a brain fog, but because I don't remember anything. All right, so so if you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. See, I told you I'm in a brain fog. I completely totally forgot what I was gonna say. It has been we don't want to go there. So I don't remember which Flosstube this is. I'll have to, whatever it is, I'll put down on yeah, in the title. See what I mean? So I only have 3 to show you this week, and I've been trying to get more done, but this past week was just kind of a crappy week, and yeah, my stitching just kind of slacked a little bit, and it wasn't a good week. And I thought because I had 3 days off this week, I would have more to show you, not. So, and last week was just crazy. It was just like, it was just one of those weeks where I was just like, all right. And I have not been organized. And so I've been trying to organize also. And I think that was the other reason, but it is what it is. So we are going to start now. Gotta pull up my Stitch Pal. All right, so the first one is yeah, the Quick Stitch Yield Craft Room, and this was one of the ones I was working on. Actually, this one was what I was working on when I did my last Flosstube. And so let's see, I got to 2% on this, and this is what it looks like. And this is by Sarah Marchetti from Heaven and Earth, and I got to 2%. I'm up here in this little section, and so I haven't worked on it since. This was 2 weeks. This was the very last one I worked on for 2 weeks, or 2 weeks ago, before Flosstube. Yeah, you know what I mean. See, I'm just bear with me. It's we don't want to go there. Okay, so it says here, I don't know how many stitches I did, but the total stitches that I've done are 2,579 stitches, and I'm at 2%. And it's 25 count, and I'm doing 2/1. As you guys know from the last time I started, last Flosstube, I started this on 18 count, and it just didn't look great to me. Don't ask me why, I don't know, and I know I'm repeating the story. So I decided to do it on here. So this is going so much easier for me. I don't know what the deal is, but usually my go-to is 18 count, so I'm not sure why. I don't know. It might have been the way I was feeling that day, who knows. But this is the top of the sewing machine, and of course this is the background and so forth, and this will be the excuse me, this is the, as you guys can see, it's going to be the, yeah, not cooperating, that, the the jar behind it. And let me tell you something, there is a lot of light colors in there, yellows. I think there's even a white in there, but I'll try to get it closer so y'all can see. Oh my gosh, I know, right? That's what I said when I started. I was like, okay, this is gonna drive me bonkers, especially on white fabric. But it is what it is, and so far it's going better than what it was when I first started it. So it's yeah, I'm enjoying it so much better than that one, than when I was on 18 count. And I don't know why that is. It might have been the way I was feeling, and because I have been getting so annoyed a lot lately, and I'm thinking that's why. I don't know. It's just, yeah. And I think part of it is that I've just been overly tired too, and yeah, and trying to get, and the doctor even told me I had to go to the doctor the other day because I was feeling sluggish, and I thought I was sick. And so he told me, he says, no, you're just run down. You need to, like, take care of yourself. So, yeah. So here I am. He told me I need, which I do anyway. I take vitamins every day, and no energy drinks. I can drink my coffee. So it's just, there's just, and I have to make sure that I try to eat at least 3 times a day. And therefore, while I wasn't, because being a cashier and working the shifts I do, it's very sometimes, yeah. So I have to figure it out. So yeah, I've been figuring that out. Okay, the next one is a pattern from Sharova Creations, and this is on Etsy, and it's called, it's a Halloween cap. That's just what I called it. But that's what I worked on. Isn't it gorgeous? This is one of my favorites to work on. And I did get some of the orange filled in, like here and down here. And then I just, like I said, I got annoyed. Don't ask me. I got annoyed. And then I just started working on the cat again. And this is where I'm at. Hold on. I had it all straight and ready to pull up. But yeah, there is the kitty cat. Isn't it cute? I mean, the cat's coming out. It's showing itself. And I did, like I said, I did start filling some of it in, as you can see. And I even went up here and filled some in. And because at the point I was getting a little tired of all the black, so I said, you know what, we're gonna kind of just, go to a different color for a little while. And then I decided to work on this. So I'm down here finishing up this little section, and then the next time I pull it out, I'll get that, pulled out, yeah, stitched. So let's see, on this, I have done, I'm trying to see what it says. Hold on. I don't even know. Okay. This the total stitches on this are 122,892 stitches, and I've done 12,580 all together, and I'm at 10% on this. So yeah, that's looking pretty good so far. And it's 2 over 1 10 stitch, and it's on 25 count. So, and I'm sorry guys, this is all I have to share this week, and I feel really bad about it, but I'm sorry. And I'll get to, you know, all that in a minute. All right, so now the next one, this one has a noise. I love this one, don't get me wrong, but besides the Shepherd's Cottage, this one has just really, really become a labor of love, and to the point that there's days that I just don't even want anything to do with it. It's this one from Puck's Closet, Storm Over a Summer Village. And I'm gonna be honest, I started up here in all the blue, and I'm wishing I started down here. All this blue, there's, you will never guess, there is like maybe 20 different colors of blue in this little spot. Actually, basically, probably across the whole thing. I'm like right, if you guys can see, I'm like right here. All this is blue, different color blues. It has driven me completely insane. Mind you, I don't mind, you know, stitching one color, and, you know, because that, you know, gives me a lot of stitch count, but I'm serious. And now I'm like right here, this, it's on 18 count, but I'm down here, and all this is just nothing but blue. Now I am, is that blue? I don't even know. I can't tell. Yes, it's blue. This is all 939. And so then I still have to go down here. And it's, yeah, it's driven me bonkers. And it just got to a point, and it just, yeah. And as you can see, all these blues up here. And that's why I skipped so much, because all these blues. There's a lot of blues in here, and my intention was to do it a certain way, and yeah. So I just have this weird way lately of where I want to stitch and how I want to stitch and how I'm doing it, and of course it's not turning out the way I want it to. So I did 775 stitches on that one, and with a total of, the total stitches in this one are 271,432, and I've done 4,556 altogether. And of course it's at 2%. It doesn't look like 2%, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, this just kind of, and all these little lines in here are supposed to be raindrops. I know, right? So I'm kind of wanting to get down here and see what, you know, what comes down, what's next. But at the rate this is going, I don't know what's going to happen. So yeah. So I did, all these were done because I am doing that series of book challenges, or series of challenges that Crossing Crafts is her group, and I'm gonna have to admit I have not been doing good about keeping one project for one chapter. The last couple of times I've rotated out, so I don't, and like I said, I think it's because I have just been so annoyed and frustrated. But I am trying to make sure that that doesn't happen, because yeah, it's been one of those things where it's like, can we just like yeah, can we just like can I throw these things out the window? That's the way I've been feeling for the last couple of days, is like, can I just chunk something out the window? And I think the other part is too, I've been having issues with my right arm, getting tired quickly, especially up in this shoulder. And I'm waiting for the stitching stand to come from Painting Fairy Cross Stitch, and we're gonna see what that does. And I'm not gonna do an unboxing, and I was gonna do an unboxing and show it to you and put it together, but I watched another creator, cross stitcher on TikTok, and she got one, and it didn't have instructions, and she kind of just, you know, winged it, and she got it together. But I'm just like, oh my God. And yeah, it has been one of those things. So I found a couple of other creators that have been doing that have these, and they have videos. So when mine gets here, hopefully next week, I'm praying, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It's in New York. I'm just waiting for it to, it's in Jamaica, New York. I'm just waiting for it to come to me. It'll probably be here next week some point. And yeah, so we're praying. We're gonna we're praying on this one. So let's see. And I am working on Jungle this week. And this is a mini, and it is also by Ciro Marchetti. Whoops. And I was supposed to be working on the Storm Over Summer Village and didn't get very far. But this is what I'm working on. And I'm up here in this little corner. And I'm doing it on 22 count. And I'll show you where I'm at right now, because this is what I'm working today. I'm up here. I know, like I said, I have been all over the place with my stitching. It's like 1 minute I want to get, not like down here, I wanted to get all this filled in, get it all, you know, up here, and then it was just like, I don't know. So this is where I'm at. As you guys can see, I think this is the parrot. I do believe. I'm looking at the picture, and it looks like that is one of the parrots. I'm gonna say it is. I need a bigger picture. It does look like the parrot. Yes, that is the parrot. That is its head. It looks like. I want to say, I'm like I said, I'm gonna fill all this in. It's just the way I have been. It's like 1 minute. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why I've been all over the place with my stitching. And I thought it was because I was just getting, you know, really to the point I just needed to take a break. That wasn't even it. I mean, I took a 2-day break, but so there's his head. This is that little corner up there, if you guys can see, right there. And then of course this other one. So there's 2 of them there together. So I'm kind of excited. This is one of the ones that I really, besides Shepherd's Cottage, that I really want to finish, if I can ever get that one done, because that thing is huge. But so now I'm on chapter 5. So now the next chapter I have planned is my stained glass pumpkins. And then my mini birdhouses gardens is going to be, hopefully I can get these done somehow and give you more than this to share for next time, because I feel like that's, you know, you all just see the same thing over and over again. Okay, so now reading wise or organization. Let's go to organization. I have my big happy planner that I use for my stitching and so forth, and and I've been using it as a catch-all, and it's really, really hard to remember stuff like from work or whatever. And because there are days that they ask me, you know, can you work this day? Can you work, you know, can you, and you know, and I have no way to check. So I decided that I was going to buy a mini, not a mini, an A5 planner from Live Love Posh. And so that's on the way. And because I'm going to be honest, I kind of needed it, because it's hard to remember to put everything down in my big planner, even though it sits right next to me. I know, right? It sits right next to me, and it's like, okay, you're there, use it. And I do have a notebook that I write stuff in, but when it comes to remembering appointments and stuff, yeah, it gets tedious. And for instance, the other day at work, she asked me a question about I think it's next week. She wanted me to work one day, and I can't because I requested off that day. And of course I told, and then she asked me about another day, and I couldn't remember. And I was like, so I have to let her know tomorrow. And it's just hard when you can't, and I don't use the calendar on my phone. I can't stand it. I'm one of these ones, is if it's not written down, or at least try to write it down, I can't. So, yeah, I bought one, and I'm just waiting for it to get here. And then I'm going to start using it and taking it to work with me and so forth, because honestly, it's just hard to remember to do anything. And I'm just trying to also start using my planner more, because I don't. So, yeah. All right, so reading wise. Let me see. What did I do for reading wise? I did finish. Let me get to my books that I finished on Goodreads. Read my books that I read. I finished 3 books, and which was, hold on. Did I even? Okay, I started Lost Symbol by Dan Brown, which is, if you guys ever read the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, there's like 4 more in the series. So I started that. That was the next one. I finished that today. And let me see if I can find a pen. I need to find a pen. I'm trying to find a pen, and I don't see one. Thought there was a pen. That's not a pen. Whoops. I told you, I am so not organized. Especially over here. I am just not organized at all over here on this whole thing. I wanted to hang my magnetic board up, but I can't. So, all right. So today I finished the lost symbol. And that was, it's not my type of book. I have read the other ones like Angels and Demons and The Da Vinci Code, only because I wanted to watch the movies. And I'm just kind of, I'm not really into that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff, like, you know, the symbology, or, you know, whatever it's called, that's just, maybe it's me. I don't know. I'm just, the heck if I know. But I read it because it sounded good, and it was good. So I did finish that, and I started, what did I start today? I'm going to start the next book, which is called Inferno. So I better write that down too. I started Inferno. Robert, yeah, Dan Brown. And also, I need to put down Act of War by Dale Brown. Whoops. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's about it. Life has been just like totally kicking me in the butt. So I am now gonna sit down and chill out for the rest of the day, and I have to work tomorrow. So not long. It's like 5 hours, which is fine, and then I'll come home and chill out for the rest of the day then. And then unstitch. So, but yeah, so that's all I have to share today, guys, and I hope everybody has a good weekend, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.